Hello, and welcome to Emerald Thoth with me, Mark. So, no messages coming through straight away today, but I felt pulled to do a read that I'm going to call Crow and Tarot to see what's in your shadow. So a little bit of a shadow reading today, and I'll use the Urban Crow Oracle and then delve a bit further with some of the tarot cards on that. So today I've got Selenite, representative of the moon, of Hecate, of Artemis, a lot of kind of moon goddesses that relate to this, and the moon obviously revealing what's hidden in the shadow, the moon card revealing what's hidden in the shadow, so it seems to be on the theme today. And I've also got a phantom quartz, and a phantom quartz can represent something growing in the unseen, because there's normally something growing, crystal within a crystal almost, and phantom quartz, and also a sense of clearing the way for you. Maybe that's what we're looking to do by getting a hold of our shadow. So I'll let the cards speak. I'll take 3 cards from the Urban Crow. Let's get us going in the reading. 2 there, and a 3rd. The bottom of the deck is a card that I think came out yesterday or a couple of days ago, number 22, Grief. 22, a positive sign of co-creation as a master number. Working with the universe in harmony, working with others in harmony, working with your own divine in a union in harmony. It talks about harmony and balance. And here it's a sense of grief, a sense of things you need to let go. Just under that is resistance and preparation. So you're being prepared for something. You may have some resistance to it. It may involve releasing traumas, or you may be struggling against the winds, and you're meant to go with the winds. You're meant to fly with the winds. So you're obviously being prepared for something, and it requires grief. It requires letting go of most likely your old self. And when you let go of your old self, so do your connections with people. Maybe not completely, but how they were before is not the same. I felt a sneeze there, as if I had something to let go that was building up, and that's what that indicates to me. And often when I tap my nose like this, which I realise I do quite often in these readings, it's like a confirmation from the universe to say, yeah, that's what it is, it's on the nose. So yeah, again, a build up of something, of things that you need to release here. Okay, so I'll get some tarot cards as well to go with each of these 3 oracle cards. Dear Spirit, can I get 1 card for the first? And then can I get another for the second? Yeah. And 1 more for now. Bottom of the deck is 2 of Pentacles, represents change. This funny little fox is balancing weights on his foot, balancing the 2 pentacles on there, so it gives an indication of change and changes in your earthly realm. And then maybe that's what that clearing is looking to release, to give you a sense of creating space for that change. I think it's Jupiter in Capricorn, so you're looking to expand on the earthly realm, and that's what that shadow work is here to really help you do. You're clearing a way for change in your life. Okay, universe. Whoa, that's too many cards. That's not the right way. Can I get a card for the first part, please? 2 on that first card. Okay. Get another card. 1 more. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Yesterday's reading had double Ace of Wands, or posted this morning, but giving away the secrets of the trade, but this is today, and when you see this, it will be today when this was recorded. But the Ace of Wands is again igniting that passion's new starts. It's saying, you know, you're looking to light up as well. We're talking about like the moon and lighting up the dark. It's also you are lighting, your soul is lighting up. You are your own torch. Reminds me like the Kanaz rune in the Nordic runes. It's lighting up and it's lighting the way, and if you are a torch bearer, then so you will light the way for others. So the first card is illusion. There was a Seven of Cups that came up on the reading that I had yesterday, or again it would have been posted today, earlier this morning, but there is a sense at the moment that there is a general message of breaking free of illusions. And yesterday had the Seven of Cups, and this is giving a similar kind of element to it, a little bit like the Matrix movie. People who are light workers are looking to break through that illusion, because the illusion is covering your light, and as a light worker you're naturally drawn to shining a light, and there will be frustrations in the people and places in the world around you, even though you try your best to fit in initially, but then you realise you just don't, and you realise that the mirror of the world, what it's showing back to you, is distorted, because the more you go inwards, the more you realise who you are and who you are in the universe, and what the universe is, things beyond the obvious 3D material plane. And so the mirror starts to crack, and you see those cracks in yourself, probably first of all, but then in others and the world that you live in. And so you're seeing through that, and that's a wonderful thing. It's just integrating that is part of the challenge. Once you see through the illusions, then the conversations that you have with people change, the way that you interact with people, places in the world changes, both for the better and both with struggle as well. Ace of Wands again. So for people who are tuned, if you've tuned into the two readings I've posted today, then your soul is on fire. Even if you've just tuned into this one, your soul is on fire, because the bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands for the Astro Matrix, and the Ace of Wands has come up here with this flying starbeam rabbit. Again, it says you're lighting up, you're following your passions, you are that torchbearer, you're putting a torch to these illusions, both that can be breaking them down but also seeing through them. You're lighting up the dark. I like that. And there is a moon here where this rabbit is climbing up this Ace of Wands. You won't often see a moon in an Ace of Wands card. And I am going to have a little read of the Ace of Wands here in the guidebook, which I don't always do, but let's see what it says, because that's come up so much in the last couple of days. Like a bolt from the blue, this card is a zap of inspiration, propelling you in the direction of a new or freshly Febreze dream. It seems your little engine is revving with potential right now, and here's your sign to act on that in the right way. A new project, start it. A new relationship, continue it. New revelations about the core of your identity, journal about it. Regardless of the specifics, you're on the cusp of something exciting, but it's up to you to get yourself post-cusp. In the words of someone who isn't Gandhi, be the starting pistol you wish to hear in the world. Enter this race and you're sure to win. How about them odds? And the affirmation is, I say yes to the divine spark that sets me ablaze, and I carpe every damn DM. So it's saying go for it, it's saying light up, it's saying move forward, it's saying with this illusions card, if you are breaking through the illusions, then keep going and then keep trusting yourself and your own soul knowledge, or the ones in the realm of the soul and the spirit. Trust it and trust your own light. So 2 tarot cards came out with for the Astro Matrix, with this illusion card and the Ace of Wands, and they're quite big ones. So the Lovers and the Empress. It's a very abundant thing that you're doing. You know, it's an extra chilled Empress. You may be pregnant, or this may be due to children just because the Empress is pregnant, or it's just generally to do with love. It's Venusian, it is Venus, the Empress. And so it talks about love and abundance and finery, and this is what you're looking for. You know, you have a garden full of butterflies, and it almost speaks to this, you seeing a new world, you seeing a world beyond the illusions. And as you grasp your shadow so that you can see it, and that you can see the shadow in others, and you start to focus more on your own self and your divine calling, and so you become more abundant. That's not to say you become richer necessarily, or you know everything you touch is going to turn to gold straight away, but it's saying that you feel abundant and you feel in touch with the earth. And not many people feel that in the modern day, because it's reflected in the dirtiness of the rivers, the cost to the earth. And so this connection that you have with yourself, with your soul and the divine is abundant. And there's also the lovers. And that does bring in a sense of the relationships and the connections you bring in, and that could be a romantic relationship, but not necessarily. The lovers talks about conscious connections, it talks about choices, it talks about our connections with everyone around us, it's Gemini. And so, you know, again, if you follow this divine knowledge, this tree is kind of on fire, it's got a Garden of Eden element to it here and here, so you're being divinely coordinated to be abundant, is what it's saying. And that's from you reaching for the stars, is you trusting your own light. The next card from the crows is 14, distance. 14 is temperance in the traditional tarot. And, you know, here, which also, you know, in the temperance cards, there's also an angel, and the angel is balancing it. It's also a fire sign in Sagittarius, which gives a sense of, you know, again, that Ace of Wands and lighting up. Here is distance. So here it gives me a sense of you're breaking through those illusions. It gives me a sense of you're internal with the Ace of Wands as well. It's an initial stage of lighting up. But distance gives me a sense of you looking and venturing out, a bit more of a Two of Wands kind of vibe, but also seeing this place. It's a more natural place, right? Because this is leading, this is the light, this is the abundance. Here is like in the forest, it's away from the town, it's away from the muck, it's away from the illusions. So you're seeing at long distance now, and you can see a light and you can see a way forward as you shine your own light through the illusions. And you're very emotionally embodied. You're balancing your emotions. You may have struggled with them. This may have been the shadow that you're working with, but as you start to balance your emotions, you can see more clearly, because you have double Queen of Cups. I don't know the odds of double cards coming out, but it seems to be happening in my reads at the moment. For you who tuned in, is, you know, double confirmation, quite an abundant sign. I mean, if it's Queen of Cups, it's emotional stability in yourself in the right way. Obviously, if it's not, if you're in the shadow with it, then it will be capricious, you'll be moody, you'll be unresponsive, you'll be too closed off, you'll be too emotional. But balanced right, and, you know, holding this cup of love correctly, she's wonderful. Like, you know, these sea creatures, you could look at parts of her emotion are comfortable with her. She's comfortable in the ocean of her emotions here with this Queen of Cups. This is the more traditional one, is quite loving towards her cup. You know, the expression in particular on here is very loving for a Queen of Cups, because there's not so much expression in the traditional Rider Waite. So it's saying you're looking at your own cup of love here, and you are happy and content. And so that can bring in other relationships. It suggests to me in time that will happen because we have distance here. But you have to embody that first. You have to be the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is probably the most receptive of all the court cards, for sure, probably of all the tarot cards. But she is comfortable enough to own her own cup, and then she will share with those who reciprocate. But she has to be well balanced to do that, to make sure she is reciprocating as well, and not closing off to love coming in, and also not just pouring out her cup endlessly, because it will lead to resentment and drama and trauma. And so in the well balanced, as you clear your shadow, then you will be a well embodied Queen of Cups. And even here, you know, there's the seahorse here, and there is like the turtle here, which is things are drawn to you, beings are drawn to you, and you know, turtles and seahorses are nice beings to be drawn to you. Because if you're not well balanced, then it won't be nice beings that are drawn to you. But again, you're balancing that with, again, the 14 being like the temperance. You're balancing that, and you can see the wood through the trees. You can see the wood from the city. And there is a light in the distance as well. There's a sun. It's like a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can see it as you embody this Queen of Cups energy. And then we've got number 53, which is waterproof. And so, following on from you know, the middle column of this, the second area is, then gives me a feeling that you are then not taking on too much of others' emotions, it's probably there and you're aware of it, you can feel it around you, but you're not absorbing it. And that can be another thing with the Queen of Cups, is like too sensitive and too receptive to too many energies and not knowing your own energy, which is when I said it's well embodied. You're more content, like this Queen of Cups, and understanding. And so you're learning how others' emotions affect you, so you can be aware of your own emotions, and so you can bring in, these nicer entity to you. And it says that you're not reacting as much emotionally to what others are doing, and being aware of your own emotions, and that's a beautiful thing. And that, brings you to a sense of abundance, because the Empress, it kind of represents all the queens together. It's a well balance of all the 4 queens, in a sense, as the Emperor is sort of like all the 4 kings in well balance. And so to bring you to this abundance, which you are striving towards, as you break through the illusions, you become waterproof in a sense, you become aware of what you absorb. And the card here is the Ace of Pentacles. Again, there's an element of the heart here, and this is a happy, take your pick, it looks like a kind of salamander or newt, but it's a happy being, and it's grounding things. At the bottom of the deck was the 2 of Pentacles, and now you're moving forward to feel this abundance. It kind of fits in like an abundant type card, like the Empress. So you're moving towards abundance, you're moving towards embodying abundance and bringing it to the material world. And so you have 3 aces in this reading, and 3 aces is quite strong, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tarot cards, and 3 of them are aces. And the Ace of Swords is you bringing clarity, as you been told by the universe that you are being given clarity. The bottom of the deck is also the Ace of Wands. So with your passions and with lining up your passions, you also bring clarity as you move forward. And this is you bringing that soul knowledge into the mental realm, into your mind space. And it's like the crowned king here is, you're at a high level of embodiment as you move forward. I'm getting a kind of past, present, future kind of vibe from these 3 columns. And the first, the illusion is the past, or the thing that you've broken through. The distance is you having the hope and you can see now, and the thing you're working towards of, this bright light. And this is where you would be in the future, is it's holding the energy of this constant flow in the material and the mental realms, which are the more 3D and 4D realms that are closer to us here. And you become kind of quite clear on that. And this would, talk about who is in your area, who's in your energy, because you're aware of it and how you deal with emotions and energy. But this is you taking actions and you being clear on how you speak and who you speak to and how much you say. Because ultimately this is knowledge, this is mental knowledge that comes through the divine. This is you channeling divine knowledge and divine guidance of how to act in the 3D realm. And what your thoughts are creating is where you're moving towards, being clearer on what your thoughts create as you become more waterproof and more understanding of the energies around you, and realize what great energy you have. So I'm going to read the Ace of Pentacles as well from this deck, so I'm just intrigued for a bit more. Not done this before, and now I'm doing it for 2 cards, but let's see what it says on the Affirmators Tarot for the Ace of Pentacles to kind of end this reading. This delightfully auspicious card is a breath of fresh air if you've had financial concerns of any kind, or are human, or at least 5 or 6 years old. All of the aces signify new beginnings, and the seed that's being watered here is one of prosperity, opportunity, and a lot of times straight up cash money. But behind the sign of relief is another kind of joy, the knowledge that you deserve abundance in every area of your life. If you carry that belief in your pocket, you'll grow wealthy in more ways than you know. And the affirmation is, I deserve abundance, I welcome abundance, I am so relieved to finally be housemates with abundance. And so I'd end the reading there with the way forward for you, and a beautiful sentiment to go forward with. Being a home to abundance, and abundance being a home to you. And so you're moving with this divine flow, and you can see the way, and it's from breaking through illusions, it's from clearing your shadow and seeing all the beautiful things that are within this clearing for you. Okay, I appreciate you. I'm glad you're doing this shadow work, and I'm glad we are all kind of clearing it and stepping into our light and being these kind of Kenaz beacon for others. Because, you know, there are those who know things, and they are here to pioneer a way forward beyond the illusions. And we should all be grateful for each other and the blessings that we're given, and the clarity that we are given from the divine on this path. So thank you, dear one. I appreciate you. I love you. And I know that you're doing great work. Namaste.